Talk about it, we bring it up a few times that, you know, we're probably one of the most diverse teams on the circuit. You know, we come from all parts of the world and we all have different backgrounds, and we're all kind of thrown in this environment where we have to learn how to coexist with one another and just, you know, allow ourselves to, you know, be vulnerable with one another, just so that it can help us build, you know, as a team.
And then what I'm gonna have?
We're a startup company, you know, we're like the apple in the garage, and that's what they love, because then they love to see the beast it becomes.
I love everything about the USA, you know. I'm representing the U.S. in two different ways with the Eagles, playing rugby and serving my country.
It's the greatest honor because you get to represent your country on a global stage and play for your country and show that your country is worth something and that you've come from something great.
When I fall asleep at night, I'm dreaming of the circuit and then the World Cup afterwards. And I think the World Cup is a big thing looming at the end of the season. And yeah, I mean, I dream of winning that World Cup and doing it in front of our home fans and getting a lot of people in America to say, hey, how about these Rugby Sevens guys?
For 6 years, I've always watched every single game that the USA has played. So I've woken up at 2 a.m., 4 a.m., 6 a.m. to alarms and watched the games and watched them compete live.
I started watching rugby when I was 8 years old and watching them run out for their country, and it's just like, man, I would love to do that. It's the most competitive sport because you have to be good at all facets of the game. It's not just like football where if I was a wide receiver, all I have to do is block and catch a pass. I've got to ruck, I've got to kick, I've got to tackle, I've got to read the game, I've got to play with my teammates. It's not just a one-skill sport, it's everything.
Everyone has to be thinking in rugby, and I feel like in a football aspect, everyone's not the quarterback. Like, the quarterback knows everything. Like, he's reading the defense, he knows what's going on, he has to know what this receiver has to run, he has to know what the running back is doing, he knows everything. In rugby, everyone gets to be a part of that.
You can play offense and defense. You're your own coach out there, you have to coach on the fly, you have to adjust on the fly, do everything yourself. I also love the no pads. When you have all the pads on you and the equipment, you can't see over your shoulder, you can't turn your head all the way, it's just very restricting. I always liked it more playing football just in the backyard with my friends with no pads. So you go to rugby, it's basically the same thing.
Rugby allows me to get that fix and have that fix a lot more often, and I like that feeling. Man, I'm telling you, if I could have described it or if people could have feel it, man, it's phenomenal, and it's just such a high. And anybody in any type of sport probably gets it, and you want that fix a lot of times.
Back in those days, you know, it wasn't the tight score lines they are now. It was, we were losing by 3-4 tries, and, you know, we got hurt a lot, losing a lot of years to New Zealand and all those big clubs, but at the end showed that, you know, we had the resiliency in our hearts to never give up.
When you're here in America, you really can achieve whatever you want to achieve as long as you're willing to, you know, put your head down and work for it, you know what I mean? Because nothing is going to come easy.
I'm a big believer in developing the man, and I have a responsibility as a coach to develop the man on and off the pitch, so when he walks away from the game, he's better equipped to get on with life, and he can look back with kind of pride and not regret with the years he spent playing and enjoying the game.
You know, you can't just think that everything you do is right, and you need to have a little bit of humbleness about you to accept that, you know, you're going to make mistakes, and also accept that your teammates may have seen something that you wouldn't have caught, and they can bring it to your attention. And, you know, the goal at the end of the day is not to try to put each other down, it's just to try to make each other better.
Part of any relationship, communication is key, and not just talking, but also listening. And we have that, and we're open, and we express things in different manners, and we know how to go about it about each other in different ways, and it's not perfect all the time, but that's what a family is about, and that's what open communication is about, and sharing and helping each other, because we all sincerely and genuinely want each other to be successful in whatever it may be. And that right there alone can take you a long way and take a team to be from mediocre to great. And we have that communication and that willingness to be open and blunt and communicate to each other in a lot of different ways.
I played football, I played soccer, I played baseball, I played all of it, and nothing competitive-wise, brotherhood-wise, culture-wise, values-wise, experience-wise even comes freaking close to rugby. Doesn't even come anywhere close to it.
I got a wife and 2 kids, and you know, I'm away from my kids a lot, and so they always ask me, what am I doing, what am I doing? They want to see me play, they want to watch me on TV, and now I can show you that I've been working really hard, because you get to watch your dad on TV. And for my wife, I thank God for her supporting me right now, for real.
The family really holds you in, because it's like these group of guys that you get close with and you experience so many different things with, and they have your back, and you don't get that in a lot of places, and even in homes. And for me, you know, my teammates in rugby gave me so much that I couldn't walk away from that.
We really took on this, like we grew up playing this game. We can be playing for gold in the Olympic Games.
We're just scratching the surface. We have such amazing athletes, and to where we were 6, 7 years ago of amateurs now becoming professionals, and where we are today, just scratching the surface. I mean, Perry Baker, Carlin Isles, Danny Barrett, Madison Hughes, they're just the start of what really could be. And the beast within is coming out, and people should be afraid.
I want to get the most out of my ability. That's my biggest goal. I want to get every ounce of ability out of me. When I'm done, whenever I'm done, I want to be emptied, and I want to know I did that.
And what does success look like? Is it winning the World Cup, or is it ensuring that this game in America becomes the beast it's capable of doing when they look back and they go, well, they're the boys that made the change? They will be the originals, in theory. That's the challenge, that's the dream that they're chasing. Be the originals that made it better for those that will follow them. Looking forward to get going, really, to be fair. It's like anything, you just want to get on with it. We want to see where we're at after pre-season. A little bit of anxiety as well, you know, because we've got here and you have a look around the hotel and there's a lot of good teams here. Everyone starts sizing themselves up.
Maybe not for other people. The nerves for me come every tournament. Once you get out there and you make your first tackle or you hit your first ruck, it's all good after that, and I'm feeling a lot more calm now.
The only team that beat us is us. We always saying that to ourselves.
The new fake to Hughes, and that pretty much sums up the way that the game has been going for the Americans.
Reading the riot act to this United States team. Never before has he lost as a coach all 3 games on day 1.
It's been pretty much as bad as it could possibly have been, so now we've got to fix those things and get better, because this week doesn't matter, so it's just putting in the performance we can be proud of next weekend. And it's going to be a better story when we win the World Cup now, eh?
Well, the job I think about and what I try to get everyone else on the team on the same page for is just to get to their next job, because what's happened, and we need to just move on one job at a time. So whatever the next thing we need to do is, whether it's win a scrum, win a lineout, win the restart, do that job, move on to the next job after that.
No team is great based on how they start, but how consistent can you be and how can you finish? And how can you finish is the result of who you are as a man and your character.
Stick together, be together, work together, help each other. That's the key.
Everyone sees all the glory on the pitch, scoring tries, traveling around the world, but no one knows the sacrifice, the hard yards we put in every day to make sure that it happens.
If you just look at the amount we train in hours now versus 10 years ago, the work that players are getting through, the amount of power they can produce, everything's going up. Their athletic potential is going up, and so is our ability to track that. And so I think both those things go hand in hand. As they get more able to handle more work, we're also able to put more through them, and this helps us do that efficiently. So we're not overcooking them or doing too little.
You know, any tool we can use to try to get an edge on the opponents, we'll try to take advantage of, and technology is definitely one of those. Eye in sky doesn't lie, so you know, you may have thought you did one thing, but then the film's there to show you that it was the other thing, so then at least then you can see, you know, oh, maybe I should have done that, or hey, that was the right decision.
When you're dying on the pitch, you're puking, you're bloody, you're sweaty, you're just hating, your body's hating you. It's just, all right, but I put in this next hour of hard work. It's going to pay dividends when it comes to the pitch in 2 weeks or a year or whatever. It's just that inner drive within you that brings out the best in you when it comes to that real game time.
I like to go to those places where I can't even go no more. And then sometimes I look around for the boys, you know, see them keep going, and they just keep push the old man to keep going. So
the rent is due every day. Holla at me.
This is what we call our yaki yards. They would call tradition, we would call nightmare.
I think that's the whole point of this session, is to find that inner drive with each other. You can only go so far by yourself. Just hearing that little word from the boy next to you saying, come on, buddy, you got this. Come on, one more rep, that encourages you because you know that he's going to be coming with you as well.
I mean, I've got to be honest, I do enjoy chuckling when they do throw up in the yaki yard, if I'm honest with you. I love that because it shows that they're prepared to work and die for each other, and to be fair, they're prepared to listen and hang in there for me. And, you know, as much as they probably hate me at that time, it makes me so proud. I never tell them that, but it does.
We're all suffering together, and more than anything else, suffering is going to bring you the closest together.
I love seeing people work. I mean, that made me want to be great today.
Keep that small talk going. Keep that chivying going. Keep that support of one another to stay in the moment that's about to happen coming.
I'm on a mission, I'm paying dues, I'm in position, I'm staying up, it's getting late, you're doing good, I'm doing great, recognition, I'm on a mission, I'm paying dues, I'm in position, I'm staying up, it's getting late, you're doing good, I'm doing great.
We fought hard for each other. The scoreboard's not going to say that, but for each other, we picked each other up. We went to each other and we got each other's back, no matter what happened. Just to get a couple wins under our belt and bring something home to the boys. It's been a while since we've got some shiny stuff, so I think that's pretty good for now. And look at how the Aussies did last week. Playing at home on Australia Day, got a victory. You know, it's nothing saying that we can't do the same thing.
I'm usually the one that just hides in the shell, so I think, you know, coming out of my shell and bringing myself out to these guys and not trying to hide around the corner, it really helped me personally with my own game.
I'm just playing off my boys, playing off my brothers, and whenever they call my name, I'm just ready to make a play.
We have the athletic ability to win all our restarts, and we have the speed and power to keep the ball all the time.
When I see that space and I'm getting going and I get into a vision where I'm just not thinking, I'm just going, oh my God. Once I'm going, I'm already thinking I'm about to drive, I'm about to get up, and I'm about to just keep turning. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm just hitting a full gear, like a Lamborghini. And it's out of there, dog. And that feeling I get, whoo, amazing.
Pinky done got real fast. He done caught Dan Norton on his chip and chase, and he stole it.
They've learned to have each other's back as a pack, and then that kind of their sporting instincts come out to harness and kind of embrace that dynamic and bring it all together.
It's a blessing to be on this team with these boys at this moment, especially in the World Cup time, and I don't see us going anywhere but up.
to run out. Ben Pinkelman, for me, has been the real glue in the team this weekend for the home side.
He's been putting all sorts of pressure on the breakdown. And listen to the locals rev up for the USA. They cannot get enough of it in Las Vegas.
Ruthless, that's what we do for each other. Let's go, bring it tight, bring it tight.
When we are in the huddle and the captain's giving a speech and everyone's looking around and everyone's going out there with one mindset, and that's to give it all you got and to win, it makes you feel good. It's like, man, like, that's why I start smiling. Like, man, I feel like we finna go party.
Nice and strong, get to him, that's when we can latch on. The tie be earlier. You got to suffer to succeed, boys.
Taking on those, harsh but constructive criticism from Coach Mike, it made me realize what my potential was, and how much belief that he has in me. I'm gonna continue to grind and continue to make myself better just to help out the team as a whole.
Mandruva is quick, Baker is quicker!
Never say die attitude from all of you there, even though you had no divine right to get back and stop that. That attitude, that mindset is first class.
I asked myself right before we walk out, like, who do I do this for? Why am I here? And I look at my wrist, see my wife, my 3 kids, and then I ask myself again when we're walking down that line. When we're lining up to the next opponent, I'm like, who the hell you do this for? And then I'll just look at all my teammates, look at their back, try to look at their face, and I don't know, just put on that jersey, seeing their last names, what's your last name? Shows you who you really do it for.
It's my parents' first time coming to watch me play since I've been a part of the Eagles, and that's just amazing, man, just to have them here for their support. And I just want to play well for them. They've been supporting me from day one with everything, so I just want to make them proud and play great.
Baker, right on his own try line. Perry Baker from 100 out. Perry Baker goes back in field. Is he going to take it 100? Baker! Oh, this is just unbelievable. He is the business.
When we were here 5 years ago, we won the Shield. We took 13th place. 4 semifinals in a row, 3 missing out, and now we finally got that chance. We're finally playing in the final on home soil. That's what we're talking about.
That communication that we're having on both sides of the ball, we gotta bring that tomorrow. We say that all the time. What didn't go right if something didn't go right? We didn't talk. What went right if something go right? We talk. So we know that's our game.
Make America proud, man. Take control of our destiny. When we go out for that national anthem, think about the same desire and passion you play with. That attitude you need to play with.
Not let the name down.
America looking to claim the gold medal here in their host tournament.
When they start playing the national anthem, man, I just closed my eyes and I just took it in. The crowd, the smell of the air, just the whole atmosphere in general. This is the time to do it. If we're going to do it now. And to be there in that moment, I knew it was ours for the taking.
Here comes Barrett on the hard line up the middle. Boom goes Barrett. His hands on it. They're doing all the little things right. The USA.
One moment, the next moment, your moment.
7 minutes for the rest of your life. Isles gets a touch. This time he gets on the outside. Isles. Danny Barrett. Look at the offload. Goes to deck. Gets back up. Perry Baker. Look at him just shove off defenders and the pass. The USA get it done in their own backyard.
Surreal. That was nothing like that I've ever had in my life. Absolutely unbelievable. Our home soil, this is amazing. Couldn't be happier for them. I mean, we paved the road and they've conquered it. So congrats to them there. USA all the way, baby.
It's undescribable. I can't describe the feeling, man. It's just, I feel good. That right there. Woo! Like Ric Flair, baby. 2 claps.
I'll never forget this moment with my brothers, man. We did it. Hey.
Here we go, boys. Eagles on 3. 1, 2, 3. Eagles!
Today they just showed themselves and us about attitude. That's gold dust. Talent gets you so far. Attitude is the key to unlocking the power of your talent. And hopefully they saw that, they smelt it, they felt it, and they lived it. And if we can do that, we can harness it, we can bottle it, we can always go back to it here. These boys are becoming role models. And the values of the game are so transferable into the values of life. Little Johnny isn't going to want to be Tom Brady no more. He's going to want to be Perry Baker, Danny Barrett, Falau Nua. You know, the American dream of being the NFL boy can still live on, but if they can't make it, then I want to be like that. That's what we're trying to do. Get it to complement and give them, the American sporting athlete, the credible alternative if they can't make it in their chosen American super sport.
At the World Cup, it's going to be even bigger, better, and the team is going to rise to that stage.
You know, especially after what we did in Las Vegas, we know that we can make it happen, but we know it's not going to be easy. We know we got to put in the work. We know we got to grind. We know teams, you know, are going to be out there to get us. But we also understand that we're ready and capable of taking on any challenge that's laid before us.
Half of the team is from the Bay Area, it's from California, you know. When their family be there, I'm pretty sure they'll want to go out and make those guys proud and put on a show and perform for them. So this being on our home soil, I feel like we wouldn't feel the much pressure. It'll kind of lift us up.
To play on our home soil in the World Cup is like a steak that you want to eat. So that steak is going to be ours, and we want to eat it, and we don't want to share it, you know.
Believe in each other, trust in one another, and be confident to do the simple things well. All you have to play for are the other 12 blokes, and let the world look on.
Number 9 on his debut, Cody Melfi. Number 12, Martin Narsefo. Number 8, Maka Nufe. Number 5, Joe Schrader. Number 10, Kayvon Williams. Number 3, Danny Barrett.
Every time looks better than the last time.
I get to play in front of my family.